Say again. We are now trying from S to F. So by inspection, you still got to have the best weighting for every vertice. So every vertice has to have the best weighting. Same idea. So you start off with the S and you ask yourself, what is S connected to? Now S is connected to 1 and it's connected to 5, which is B. Okay, so A and B, you have 1 and 5. Which of those two have the least weighting? 1. So then I say, all right, I put a 1, and once you've done that, it's like boxing. I'm now boxing it, I'm saying 1 was the best route. Okay, but don't forget, this was still a 5. There's a 5 weighting there, but I'm not confirming that. I just know that A was the best route. Okay? Then I go from A. What is connected to A right now? I have the option of 3 and 9, which brings me to C or D. But remember, when you're going through the lines, you're adding the values. So 1 plus 3 gives me a weighting of 4, and then 1 plus 9 gives me a weighting of 10. Okay, now let's look at all the numbers I have so far. I've got 5, 4, and 10. Which one's my next least weighting? So out of these 3, 4 has the least weighting. So very similar to before, except it's visual now. So 5, 4, and 10. 4 is the next best one. So I'm going to circle C as 4 because that was the next best route. Okay, so I'm going to rub out the red line so it helps you see what I'm doing. I'm just keeping the numbers there and I'm just comparing. Once you circle it, it's done, right? Then I go now from C. What is it connected to? C is connected to D. Whoops. C is connected to D by adding an extra 4. That now gives me 4 plus 4, which is 8. And you can see there's a competing number here. There's 10 and 8. 8 is the better option. So I can now rub off the 10, or you can leave it there if you want. I rub it off just so that I know 8 is the best number. Okay? So I've got 8. Out of all the numbers so far that's connected to C, there's nothing else. So I have 8. I have 5. Out of 8 and 5, which one is the better weighting? 5. So then I circle 5, and I'm going to highlight this to tell us that is the next best weighting. Every time you determine the next best weighting, you should circle it. So it reminds you that's done. That is the best vertice or the best weighting for that vertice. So B is now done, but I'm starting at B. What is B connected to? B is now connected to F, which is 6. So 5 plus 6 gives me now 11. And then I look at my total listing so far. I've got 11, I've got an 8. Which one of those two is a better weighting? And same thing. 8 is a better weighting, so then I circle that. 8 is done. And then finally, this is where you then compare. You say, all right, starting from 8, where is it connected to? There's no point going back here because A is already done. The only one I haven't connected so far, all the vertices have a circle around them. The only one I haven't checked off is F. So 8 plus 2 gives me now 10. Out of those two, 10 and 11, which one is the better weighting? And same thing, I would circle 10. So that implies I'm coming down from this direction. Okay, so this is my part. So now you can see I've got the same weighting. 1, 5, 4, 8, 10 is exactly the same as what we had up here. So you can see 1, 4, 5, 8, 10, same thing, but I did it much faster. Okay, so this time when I explained it, this was much quicker than going through the table. But your textbook will have questions from the table. So they'll say, find the fastest route. Say, what is the total weight? So you will look at the last number and they'll tell you the total weight. So that's the kind of questions you're going to get from your exercise book, but there are 2 methods there. This one is what you're going to be doing for the exams, likely. It's quicker, get the same results, and it also helps you for chapter 15. Okay, so you need to know this method for chapter 15. This one's good if you just want to do the table and understand how to do 14D. Okay, so there's 2 methods there. I've made about 3 different videos to explain how I go through each one. So I do both the table and then I do the inspection. Inspection is faster, okay, about half the time. All right, so what I want you to have a go with in this session is also to do, you can jump right to Dijkstra's algorithm, pick one. So ideally you should be able to do this exam question, VCA 2004. You should be able to use Dijkstra's algorithm either by inspection or You can also do it by table. But if you're able to figure out